Libra, welcome. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot. This is your weekly read. It's for Libra placement, Sun, Moon, Rising. Throwing my card on the floor. It is a general reading. So what that means is it will not resonate with all of you. General. Because there are lots of you out there. And it would be quite a feat if I could give you a reading that was very specific to you. Each and every one of you. So let's see what we have for Libra this week. Using the Seer Tarot, we'll use the Linestrider Tarot for clarification. And we'll pull a card from the Love and Magic Oracle deck. It's the same decks we've been using for a while. Kind of liking the readings we're getting from these. Let's see what we have here. For you, Libra. The Sun, the Lovers, Two of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Hanged Man. Some significant events for you this week, I think, in your timeline, your personal timeline, when the major arcana are so prevalent in a reading. It's it's a week of note. And here I see there is this joy around a partnership, or there's a joy, I don't know. See, I would think almost always when I see the Sun and the Lovers that this is a super positive energy, and there's an amazing burst through your chest kind of love energy around you. It could be about a partnership, it could be about something else that just lights you up inside and you're just bursting with joy. But I'm not feeling that right now. What I'm feeling is in your core, you are feeling great, perfect, wonderful energy. Just a very expansive feeling that you can do anything. Anything is possible in this world. You feel love in the larger sense of love. But that feels like sort of that card. That's a sense of what you are feeling. And then there feels like, it sort of feels like a story to me this week with these two cards being together. That in a significant partnership where there has been a meeting of the souls at some point, whether that's a love relationship or a very close friendship, or it could even be in the context of work if it's somebody that you felt quite intimately connected to on a soul level. And you've got a difficult choice to make there about this person, about this connection. And it feels like you're trying to do it in a very impartial way. You know, the blindfold is jumping out at me here as a situation where you're trying not to let the emotions that you've shared with this person impact the decision. Because whatever this is, you don't want to do it from an emotional place, this choice. You want it to be based on the facts, based on the rational assessment of every detail of the present, of the future, a little bit of the past, but mainly the present and the future is where you want your focus to be. So you're sort of trying to wall off that tender place, that emotion place, and do this based on logic. Queen of Swords and the Hanged Man tells me that you are in a good space to make that analytical choice. You are here in this energy of the Queen of Swords. This is very analytical because you have been quite open and emotional in the past, and there have been some negative consequences of that openness. You have a bit of a guard up. That doesn't mean that you can't feel. You absolutely still can feel, but there is a sense that you are willing to be on your own and to be completely self-sufficient if you can't have the honesty that you require. There's a sense here that you're not compromising on honesty anymore. It's not happening. And this with the Hanged Man tells me that you are shifting your perspective on things. You may be in sort of a waiting space at the moment, but your perspective has shifted already, even if your actions haven't followed suit. So that's the main reading that's coming out at me from these cards. The alternate reading. I guess I could see a storyline here where you have made a new connection and it is feeling like elation. But because of that connection, you have to make a difficult choice. And you're willing to fight for something that you never thought you would be willing to fight for, because your perspective has been so shifted by what you're feeling in this connection. That sort of feels like it's true for some of you. But I think the first interpretation is what's really feeling the strongest to me right now. Let's see if we can get some clarifying cards on this for you. So there's one more here. Is there any more for Libra? Okay, so it looks like things are shifting pretty quickly now after having been delayed for a while. And that the focus really, really is on truth here. Queen of Swords energy, this Ace of Swords, it's clarity. It's this absolute focus on what is true and a new appreciation for how things fit together. Six of Wands in reverse. You're not really concerned about how others see the situation, how others interpret your actions and the choices that you make. It's not about that for you. Whereas in the past, there may have been a part of you, although it feels kind of like a subplot in a way, but there may have been some part of you that felt like you were doing what was expected of you and you would get the public acclaim because you were able to achieve something. Now you don't care. What you care about now is your truth. What you care about now is defending what you value. And that's sort of the energy that I'm seeing there. I suppose that could apply in either case. Either interpretation we looked at. Let's see what we have for your oracle card. Procrastination simply means you're not energetically ready. Don't push. You will get what you need done when you're ready, and it will be effortless. So if you're, criticizing yourself in any way for not having made any move yet, not having taken some action, Spirit is saying don't. You'll do things when you're energetically ready to do them. If there's some, procrastination going on, that's just your soul telling you you're not quite ready yet. And you will do what needs doing. You'll do what's right for you. You will get done what needs doing when you're ready. So listen to that inner voice of yours and figure out your timing based on how you're feeling and what makes sense. So there's definitely a focus here on using your head over your heart to some extent, but that doesn't have to be, that doesn't have to preclude you from also listening to your intuition. I think that's what I have for you. I hope it's helpful. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Blessings.